We're talking about how ordinary citizens can end the recession without depending on governmental interference and governmental programs to get the job done. Is there anything that you're doing to combat that, to make things better for yourself, for your family?
Definitely downsizing, you know.
Now, when you say downsizing, are you talking about reducing
bills and not, spending money foolishly.
Uh-huh.
Changing lifestyle. Obviously, you're not going out to eat as much, and life changes. You just don't consume as much.
Yeah. We're talking to a lot of people who are using this term downsizing, and we've noticed that the idea of downsizing suggests that that means you were up at one time and now you're having to come down.
No, I'm still in the same area I've been in, and just being a little smarter with my money.
Mm-hmm. So it's not
a little bit I'm making.
Uh-huh.
It's not as much to go around, if you know what I'm saying.
Right.
So we get kids in college and stuff like that, and bills to pay, and you change your cable bill, you get rid of some phones, little things like that.
So we've been calling it right sizing.
Okay.
Bringing things in line with the way they should have been, maybe right before the economy went, sour.
Mm-hmm.
Because before it went sour, there was a lot of excess money so that you could do extra things. Now that you're bringing it back in line with what you think that it should be and needs to be, what would you say the mood is for yourself and your family?
It could be better.
Mm-hmm.
Could be better because, like I said, there's a lot of things you can't afford. So, and certain things, you'd like to give your kids, you'd like to make their life a little easier, especially when they're going to school.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know what I'm saying? When they go to school, you don't want them to worry about money all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You want them to get their heads in the books, do what they need to do, get their degrees,
Do you think, though, that the children are as concerned about the economy as you are for Dad?
Oh, yeah. They're feeling it.
Yeah.
They're feeling it.
Why are they feeling it? Are they feeling it because of what we're doing to let them know that things are bad, or because they're seeing that they're being deprived of some of the tools that they could have to help them get ahead?
I would say both.
Yeah.
I would say both.
So how do you compensate for the things that you're not able to give them so that you can give them something to get a leg up on society?
Right now, to be honest with you, it's very hard to compensate. I mean, the way I'm looking at it is that, you have to take care of what's important, your roof over your head, and then work your way down, They have to go out and fend for themselves a little bit. They have to work, try to work, save their money, not spend it stupidly,
When you stop and consider the present, and you don't look at the future, and you don't look at how, let's say, great things were in the past, and you're just in the here and now. In the here and now, today, this moment, are things pretty good?
For me?
Yeah. And
in
your
general?
family? Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. So when we look at the economy and we think about
but we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Right.
This is the problem. It's a day by day, month by month kind of situation. The way this economy is looking, I mean, we might have some more time.
Do you think do you imagine or fear that it gets worse?
I'll give it to you like this. I'll give it to you like this. If I look at what my bills are and what I'm really taking in, I'm juggling. Some months I'm just barely making it. Some months I got to hold back a little bit and call people up and pay them a little bit later. That's not good. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's all the economy's fault, and I could have probably maybe done better when I was younger and put some money away and stuff like that, but
so it sounds like you feel a sense of personal responsibility for being able to do things that you're not able to do now, that if you had planned better, you could have done it differently.
I could have helped my kids in other ways to lighten it up for them a little bit,
So what would your advice be to your kids today, knowing what you know now?
Pay attention to what's going on economically in your country, and put some money away and have some plans, for when things go bad.
Mm-hmm.
things get, a little tight, you're not struggling, You're able to hold yourself up for a year, let's say, without working. You understand what I'm saying?
Ed, what would you tell young people today, and even your contemporaries, about what to do for the future and in the present?
For the future and in the present, just, be wise. Don't waste your money. Don't live outside your means, which most of us do. And if you're going to have a family and you want to be responsible, you got to definitely put some money away for different avenues for them to go down,
For that rainy day.
For that rainy day.
Would you say the rainy day is here, though?
For a lot of people, yeah. I would say a lot of people are even worse than I am. I mean, my bills can't be that bad, But for me, it's a little tight, Like I said, a day-to-day thing, it's tough.
Is it difficult for you in your job, because you drive fairly affluent people around, right? Is it difficult for you driving these people around and seeing that they have more than maybe you have to identify with them, or do you aspire to what they have in order for you to have more?
I really don't look at what they have and say to myself, I can be there one day. Because it's a different world today. These people made decisions back 10, 20 years ago that put them where they are now. You know what I mean? And I don't think the opportunity is going to show itself, at least for me, anytime soon, unless I get lucky. And I don't gamble much. I'm not a big gambler. So.
And do you think that's what it takes for people to get ahead in life these days, is to gamble?
Well, what is it when you're dealing with the stock market and stuff like that? What is that? Is that a gamble?
Well, some people think it's a gamble. Some people would say over time, if you dollar cost average in over a period of time, and you have a long-term perspective, it's not a gamble.
Some people got burnt doing that long time, looking to retire, you know what I mean? Around these days, there's nothing there. It's all gone. 20, 30 years worth of investment, and when they thought it was going to be good for them, to pull it out 25, 30 years later. So I think it is a gamble. I think everything's a gamble today.